No, not at all. Please, it's a conversation. Not really. I'm I'm broadcasting. Hmm. For recent SpongeBob or old SpongeBob? Even old SpongeBob, you watched some old SpongeBob and it didn't hit the same. Hmm. What you used to watch on Disney? Because I wasn't watching Disney like that. I was watching pure Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and even then I deviated more towards Cartoon Network because they were for a time they really stuck to their cartoon chops, and animated generally didn't let me down. There was always some angle, whether it be anthropomorphic animals fighting or warring with each other, which kind of normalized an abusive household. Truth be told, it was a war ground at home, so it was normal for me to see that and conceptualize that on TV. It made sense in a worldly context that way at a young age. Almost certainly, it'd be like that though, and that's what the cartoons taught. Sometimes people just be fighting for reasons that aren't even privy to you. It's worldwide. It's like not every household, but like literally if it's got a TV in it, it has access to it, right? Not teaching the violence, it's just art imitating life. So the edible was okay. I mean, I'm still high now, so, right? Um is it Fruity Pebbles? It fairly decent dosage. But for $20 a pop, I should have expected that. I'm about to find out if they got that. I'm about to be like, yo, hold on to that. I know that 30 sold out. Fuck. I should have opted for that. I didn't want to opt for the 31 though. I bought one for a friend. Are you able to tune into the stream? Do you see anything? Hey, it's loading. It's a long load. So, did you grow up listening to Brandy? Yeah, that's the name of it. But right now, I'm playing Divinity 2. Yes, it'll always be showing what's on my screen, whatever I'm showing at the time. But the title itself is varied. Or it just depends on whatever I title it. But sometimes changing it is just, at least on the PlayStation 4, it's just such a pain. I believe as soon as I'm vaccinated. At that point, it's like, why not? Right? That's how I feel. Same. I don't know if I should get the shot in my left arm
You can put a price on the
and risk.
warriors I
Not,
have
there's no
hired,
risk, but
but you
like,
can't put a price on the
it's
glory they'll
technically my
bring.
weaker arm. So, would I feel the pain and the effects more, or should I just put it in my dominant arm?
Those are mostly.
Like, I always do. There's no other way. Alright, so can you see me? Okay,
No
so
one's
this is
ever
Sabine. She's
regretted
an
having
elf.
extra help in a fight. I'll guarantee you
This is
that.
the character menu screen. So there's status, which shows experience and such. There's attributes, which are like strength, so strength-based weapons, but how much you can hold. And then there's finesse, which is damage with like my current weapon. As you see, I've spec'd into that, and I forgot how nasty my final build was. 99 finesse. I can use outside buffs,
These Godwoken are going to be the death of
and
me.
it'll increase that more as well. And then it gets like to really gross levels. Like they'll run out after a while, so I wouldn't be able to stack them all unless I was in battle or talking to a person. So I'm going to.
So, what'll it be? Fast hands and faster wits, is that it? Tell me more. Viros is the one. Happy with your choice? A lot of choice, I know. Something else I can help you with then? A lot of choice, I know.
Shit.
I've got sword fighters.
Okay, so
All willing to fight.
do I know any undead? Like, okay, so I've showed my attributes. There's combat abilities. That's based on the game. There's things like persuasion and bartering. These are civil abilities, also in the game, but like sneaking, thievery. Right, so talents are like specific traits and perks. All these things can be switched around because of like a magical thing in the game, so nothing's really set in stone, but before the inception of that idea, these things were pretty set in stone, so you had to really choose. But the most important part about this game for our current visiting is the tag screen, which is about a character's identity. This is what describes a person. So Sabine was once a slave. She was captured as an elf, as elves generally are in modern society. Like growing up, it was like Lord of the Rings type elves who just were living in the stuff, and they were great empires. But as of late, I've seen a lot of humans being slavers type fictional worlds, and then where elves are generally the ones that are enslaved in these worlds or hunted in some way. But yeah, she was enslaved, and then not just enslaved, but forced to go around killing other elves. Like it was weird. She eventually gained the ability to break free because she's special in that way. And now she's about to become God, but that's just like who she is. And then the other tags are like scholar and outlaw, which describe what kind of personality she has, and as such it influences the dialogue options available to her. I'm so glad you asked that question. It's brilliant that you would ask. So, no one's born a hero. You are made a hero by your choices in the game. So you have to earn the title of hero. So you have to be a trustworthy savior and Samaritan to those in need, or something along those lines, as it says there. Champion of Driftwood just says that I won a particular fight, as well as elf friend, dwarf friend, and then we've arrived at another tag. This is what I say when I talk about being a villain. I am loyal to myself and like my principles, I guess, and where friendship is one of those things, so it's not like something I would just betray. So I'm not trying to betray my friends. Like once you make it into the circle, you are protected by like a halo. You've made it to the right side. But like I can't say that I won't ever become a killer, and because I'm perceiving time differently nowadays, because I see myself killing in the future, I already kind of feel guilt over it. It's fucking me up. Like, You right? But you earn the villain tag through your actions in the game. So all tags are earned through actions, or like, not all tags, but tags like hero and villain, you earn. You can earn the villain tag by accident, though. To be fair. Okay, so hear me out. You can... Yeah, so indiscriminate killing, that's the easiest way. Um, I'm already a villain. So if I were to... No. I can see spirits. I can also interact with spirits. I wonder what happens if I bless a spirit. I've never tried to bless a spirit. Okay, I can't bless spirits. That's fair. I'll move away from that spirit. There are definitely other spirits I can see. Because of the nature of interacting with spirits, I am what people would call a sorcerer. To see a spirit in this world is to see a person's source, which is their life essence. So it does persist after death in this game. So I'm going to talk to the spirit now.
A terrible, cynical guffaw that says that the world is an evil place where no one is safe.
That's real.
But inside the laughter, there's shame. The Magister knows that he sinned and suspects that his death was deserved.
That's real as fuck. Look at the first thing that I read, and I'm going to consume his source.
All the louder, trying to drown out the shame. The sickening hilarity of the life he has lost consumes him. But as he faces oblivion, the laughter turns into a scream, and then stops as he's cleansed of his sins.
Because of the nature of my specific abilities, I'm what's considered a Godwoken in this game, so I can see spirits with spirit vision, but I can also eat spirits with source vampirism. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Certain abilities use source, so like these are all powerful abilities, but source abilities cost like a source point. This one does. It's like one of the blue diamonds at the top right corner of that window. And it's a really good skill. I wouldn't have it if I didn't. Like, no, there's way more ways to get source now, but in the base game, so that was one of the few ways, other than like potions and other specific items. So there's always a way. You don't ever really have to eat the spirits. But you can also try talking to a spirit, and if it doesn't have much to say, you can accidentally eat the source, and it's like, fuck, I didn't want to eat that source. And once you make a dialogue choice, there's no going back. So this game is real as fuck in that place. And you're never gonna it takes hella long to load, so you're never gonna reload your save just because you earned the villain tag. It's like, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna play my game and have fun. And once a person is dead, like, eating their spirit is just a sin between you and God, aka the developers who know that you ate that spirit. Okay, so no, it doesn't negatively impact the character at all. However, I could have read something way wilder, I guess, there. So I could have been actually kind of traumatized by it. If they weren't like so vague as they were. He's like, oh, I might have deserved death, actually. And it's like, oh, that's fair, and actually kind of self-aware of you. But what exactly do you mean? But also, please don't elaborate. What? Both? I don't know. I have no idea what I could have read there.
No. Well, I had never spoken to that spirit before, and I could have read some real expository stuff that I had never seen, and it could have just put some context to this world that's already pretty fucked up. There's all these dead bodies here, and it's just like, oh, this one particular spirit. I never bothered to talk to them because it's like whatever. These particular ones have no bearing on the game whatsoever. They're not important in any way. So yeah, accidentally eating a spirit is an easy way to earn the villain tag. Being caught as a thief often would be a way to earn notoriety. So if you're visible when you try to pickpocket, or if you're visible when you accidentally touch one of these red items, which say steal. See, everyone loses attitude towards me. You're testing my patience. I won't warn you again. Let's see how many times you will warn me. Who told you you could touch that? See, you can just fuck around with people. If I try to sneak, it'll fail because everyone can see me. Oh, whoa. Okay. Alright, so I need 5 thievery to do this. I have 2 thievery. If I try to pickpocket, she'll say help thief, and then I have to fight everybody. Alright, so this costs 3 source points, but it removes the cost of all my skills. Source, at least for the source wise, so I'm gonna drink some tea. Green tea removes the AP cost, or the action point cost, of all my skills by 2. So instead of costing 3 source points and 2 action points, which is the green dots, it's instead gonna cost 3 source points and 1, because it can't be reduced to 0. So pretty much everything is just gonna cost 1 or 2. Now source, I can buff my range, so I'm gonna show you range. This is backlash. I jump over the enemy, landing behind their back, and I backstab them for pretty much like a little bit under. So that does 1540 damage, and I do 2129 damage base. So that reduces it to like 85% of the total damage or some shit like that. Maybe even 75%. I'm not math. But because it's a backstab, it's multiplied by a larger number. And it's as it's an instant critical. So if you're using daggers, which I am, I put 2 daggers in my hands too, so it's just too much damage. Like 2 knives are better than 1, like they say. Where did you see poison? What? Fire, water, air, earth, poison. Ah, yes. Thank you. So, those are resistances. Negative means I have a weakness to it. So I have a weakness to fire because of some... Right, so I have positive in... I'm getting minus 25 to all my elemental vulnerabilities because of some status effect put on me by an enemy. Yeah, so if they were to attack me with fire or earth or air, as it's negative, it would do more damage in those categories. Exactly. So the higher your resistance, as it's vulnerable, it'll do that much less damage. At 100%, you start to heal. At 100% and higher, you start to heal from poison. So to be a poison type in this, you would heal from poison. And undeads are characters that are skeletons, so they don't heal from health potions like living things do. They heal from poison. So they have 200% base poison resistance. Yeah. And that's what it means to be poison type, or undead. But, right. So range in this... No, Sebille is a specific character, but you can be an undead elf, yes. Right, so the range of this skill is currently 10 meters. It's usually 8, but I have the talent Far Out Man that increases the range of a lot of my skills, all of them, by 2 meters. So now I'm going to use Farsight, even though I have no source points. And source points are at the bottom of the screen, underneath the skill Apotheosis in this little bar that you see me playing with down there. So above the number 3, there's like 3 little indentations under that long bar of skills. Yeah, that's where the source points were that were used in the skill Apotheosis that requires those little diamonds in that window. So I have none left, but because I popped this, it reduces the cost of all source skills to -3, so I can use them all freely. Now, source skills really make the game unfair, because that just upped my range by 4 meters, so those people I couldn't hit with this before... Okay, that person is not my oyster, but this person... Oyster. So if I kill this person within the next 2 turns, I'm healed and I get more damage and armor bonuses. Oh, she died, not him. That's funny. No one gets away from me. What other fantastical ways can I use to get over there? Is positioning skills. I can set her on fire. These are just the citizens of this town, and word has spread that there's a person wreaking havoc, so they're all out to fight me. She has 516 health. She's only burning. She's not gonna bleed out. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sprout some bullhorns. Because in this game, I'm a mage warrior, so I can change my body a number of ways. Oh shit, I killed the people nearby that were in that fight. And now no one else is trying to fight.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
Everyone's gone right back to it because I then cleared up. That's cool. And that's Divinity. If you kill everyone, you get away with your actions, and you're the strongest person in the game, so you can kill everyone. That's the world. Yeah. Or at least the undead. Alright, take your time. Thank you for tuning in.